A beautiful river with ounces of nature's treasures locked away beneath its rushing cascades. Could it all be coming to an end? You see, for the past 150 years, prospectors have come to this river to seek their fortune, starting with the Chinese, who diverted its flow, dug shafts along its terraces, and spent countless days sluicing the gold from its banks. In 2016, major floods hit this area, replenishing a lot of extremely rich gold deposits from its terraces. Over the past 4 years, I've been very fortunate to find much of this gold for myself. But with a huge amount of pressure from local prospectors, its gold's now become harder to find. Today I set out on a mission to see if I can find that last patch of nature's treasures. The river's up, a little bit murky, but I might be able to work some of the higher edges, hopefully. Just noticed a heap of nice bedrock on this edge. Some of this, if I move this, don't know how the visibility is going to go. There's not a lot of flow, so maybe up along this edge in here and see the water flowing down through. Could be good gold.
Wow, that was quick. I literally hopped in the water about 30 seconds ago. Woo. Righto, so just a couple of pieces, maybe 2 or 3. And then it slowed down on me, so I was just working bedrock down in here, and yeah, someone's worked it in the past, but there was a couple of pieces missed. I'm going to make my way upstream now and test out some ground that I haven't really spent much time on, and hopefully no one else has either, so we'll get up there and hopefully we'll have a bit more luck. Not a bad day today either. Sun's trying to break through. Can't find the words to say. Make our way upstream and hopefully we can get onto a bit more colour. Yeah, like I prospected this area when I first started. This was actually my first river, and even to this day it's still one of my better rivers. I spent a lot of time on it. But I never did much on this section, so I am curious to see if we can pick up a bit. Beautiful. Righto, so just in behind this waterfall here, there's some deep water. There's some nice looking bedrock. It's got fairly big boulders and rocks on it, but I just found a nice piece of gold. The only problem is it's deep and I haven't got a weight belt. So what I'm going to do is empty out my backpack and throw a ton of rocks in there and see if it can help hold me down without holding me right down.
Just test it first. Make sure I don't sink myself. That would not be good. But yeah, if I can get down to it, we might be on some gold. Okay, here goes nothing. I'll see if I can spot that gold. I didn't take it out yet. My rocks in the backpack had worked a treat. I could keep myself on the bottom of the river long enough to snuff up the gold. There it is. Whew. It was very tricky having so much weight on my back, and it was a bit of a juggling act to try and stay balanced, especially while using the crevice hook to scrape back tight crevices. Just found a nice tight packed crevice that I don't think's been touched. I'm running out of breath. That's what I'm talking about. Untouched crevices. Woo! As I continued working along, I was finding nice chunky little pieces of gold. This picker was stuck in a small crack in the bedrock. Nice little picker stuck in the hairline crack. This was a nice little pocket of gold all clustered together. Well, that was a bit of fun, lots of breath holding. We got onto some gold. There was just one little fault line running right through the bedrock under about a foot of gravel, and yeah, just lots of holding my breath and scratching away. Anyway, I'm going to have a bit of lunch. I'm going to try and warm up a bit. We might head further upstream and test some of the shallow ground. I haven't done this section of river, so it could be good. Bit of a diversion in the river. Most of this straight I've been walking up, even if there was bedrock, I wouldn't be able to work it with the amount of flow. Look at this forest though. Look at these trees. Big old myrtles. Beautiful. Found a little patch of bedrock just down in here, which looks pretty good, and I doubt anyone's ever found it because it's just a small area in a weird spot on the river, so fingers crossed. untouched it was. Once I'd worked my way down to the bedrock, it was game on.
Nice picker stuck in the edge there. Yeah! Woo! There's a little nugget in there. I couldn't see it, I couldn't get the rocks out. Woo!
It was an untouched gold nugget patch.
The gold's just sitting in this clay on the flat bedrock, which is really unusual to get the gold just sitting like that.
Found a good crevice flowing parallel with the flow of the water, and it was holding good gold.
I can see a little picker poking its head out. GoPro died just as I was poking it out, but check this out. Turned out to be a little bit bigger than a picker. Nice little nugget. L-shaped. Yeah. Nugget in there. It's the same shape as the other one. Broken off the same reef probably. Well, that was a bit of fun. Yeah, all it was just, you can see the high flow coming down through here. Underneath me here, a little eddy. Where was I working? Right where I'm standing. You can see all this light brown patch here. That's where I've cleared all the gravel back. But yeah, it's just a little bit lower flow than what's over there, and the gold's obviously dropped out here. But yeah, I did end up in the high flow, and I was still getting little nuggets all the way up that crevice that was running straight up the guts of it. So I must have been on the pay streak. But anyway, I'm probably going to call it a day. I'm just going to check a little bit further upstream and make sure there's not some really good bedrock up further on this straight. And yeah, once I've done that, I'll head home and we'll have a closer look at what we found.
Okay, back at home, I've got to apologise. I haven't done a lot of content recently. We've just moved house as a family, and it's kept us flat out with the move. Tassie's also just had some record floods along with parts of Victoria and the mainland, and they're still continuing on now, so I haven't been able to get out as much. Before we moved house, I was able to go out on some awesome trips, and I had some really successful days. I'm very excited to show you guys those videos. They'll be coming soon, so make sure you keep an eye on the channel. But until then, let's have a look at this gold now and see how we did. I'm so pumped to have found this gold. As mentioned in the video, this river's been prospected for years by myself and other snipers, and even going back 150 years when the Chinese first visited these areas. It was kind of like the last section of river that I hadn't been over heavily, and yeah, I was just really ducking my head in on different spots, and noticed one little patch of bedrock that I somehow had missed in the past. But some very chunky gold in that area. When the flow slows down there, I might be able to go back and give it another go as summer kicks in. Some nice chunky bits in amongst it, real nuggety looking gold. Those two little L&J shaped pieces, very similar. I've had that happen once before on another creek, and I did wonder whether the gold had broken from the same reef and kind of had the same matrix and shape where it broke off the reef, if that makes sense. Nice little love heart piece there too. But yeah, stoked. So lucky to prospect in places like this and to still be finding gold in one of my favourite rivers. I'll throw those bigger bits on. Nice little 1/2 gram. I'll guess this one might be slightly heavier. Yeah, 0.61. Try this one. We've got a 0.41. So this gold, like all of it, is really chunky. It's a real round sort of bit, or not round, but fat. That's another 1/2 gram for that piece. I love the shape of this little one. I'm gonna guess about 0.3 on that one. 1/4 gram. And the total, we have almost 7 grams of gold, which is an absolutely awesome day considering it's a river that's been heavily prospected. I was beginning to start to think that the river had nothing much left that was very big left to give up, but yeah, it just shows if you put in the time you can continue to find a bit. But that's it from me, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Please give it a like for me if you've enjoyed today's video. Drop some comments below. It helps YouTube recommend it to other people, and it helps the channel out dramatically, so please do that for me if you've enjoyed it. And until the next one, happy hunting, and we'll see you all next time.